pick a number, $15,000. And what happens if you have a ginormous solar system put on your house that's $50,000, 30% of that is a dollar per dollar write-off off of your tax bill. So in your case, in this case, 30% of $50,000 would be $15,000. You've really got your electric bill for zero dollars out of pocket.
Wow, $0 out of pocket?
Yep, and no electric bill ever again.
Hold on. I'm slightly slow. Let's, if you don't mind, let's just bring that back one more time. Cause
Okay. Let's say that you own an extremely large house.
Okay, how many square feet would you say?
Let's say square feet.
You say 20 foot, 100 square feet?
No, 4,000.
Oh, 4,000 square feet. Okay.
Yeah, and you got all kinds of stuff in there, so, and you're in Florida, so you got to run your air conditioners and all that stuff. So, by the time all of the planning and design work gets done, they say, because your house has certain challenges with it in terms of energy efficiency, we have to, it would normally cost you retail $50,000 to put up a solar system.
Wow.
Yeah, we're making a really big one that's almost 3 times the normal size. So you say exactly that. Wow. But you're really successful. And at the end of the year, your accountant says, I've done everything I can, but you owe $15,000 for a tax bill. So what happens is you get a 30% tax credit, which is a dollar for dollar write-off on that $50,000 panel. So, and you have a $15,000 tax bill. So what is, have you dollar for dollar take your credit for your solar panels, $15,000, and it completely wipes out your tax bill.
Okay.
Now what has happened, and I'm glad you asked me to re-say that because I confused my numbers for you. But what's happened is your $50,000 electric bill, you now only owe $35,000. And the way that all of the residential installers work is they bring their own financing, and the financing will give you, and usually it's 8-year financing, and that 8 years of financing will bring you down to a monthly loan payment that is less than your current electric bill. So what you have is in 8 years, just speaking as a homeowner, in 8 years you will own your solar panels and you'll have no electric bill.
Okay, in 8 years you will own your solar panels and you won't have no electric bill.
Well, you'll have no electric bill from day one, but the money that you would have been spending over 8 years, you'll simply move that over to paying for your solar panels.
So how much does how much would you say? So say for instance on a 4,000 square foot house, if the light bill, let's say the light bill is roughly $500 a month.
Yeah, Okay.
let's just say $500 a month. How much you
All right.
think? How much you think that the solar panel would decrease the light bill?
Well, the goal is to get the solar panels to absolutely remove the light bill, so you have no light bill.
Okay, so you're saying that it's gonna be what, $500? The solar panels would generate enough of electricity to where the light bill would be reduced at $500.
Yeah. What you're doing, the goal as a resident is to swap out your electric bill, however amount that much money is, and purchase enough solar panels. Now, let's start this again. Your goal is to purchase enough electric panels, solar panels, to completely remove your electric bill. And hopefully what will happen when you do that is the cost of owning solar panels will actually be less than your monthly electric bill.
Okay. But if let's say, speaking hypothetically, if the light bill isn't lowered at a rate or a value that is equivalent to the actual light bill from the utility company, then
Okay.
what happens with the client then? Because they might be complaining if they don't, if it's not what they're thinking.
What I do, and I'll try to make this a direct answer, is the first thing, and I'm talking to commercial, but it's kind of the same thing with the concept is the same with residential. Is most people are surprised when they learn that a high electric bill, which is what you're talking about, has enormous potential to generate a high rate of return from a capital investment in a solar panel array. And you're saying, what the hell does that mean? And I'm saying, we need actual facts and figures. So most people choose to go with the no cost, no obligation analysis, and we start the analysis by just getting a copy of the electric bill. So what happens is, to get a proper analysis, you need a copy of the electric bill, so it gives a history of the actual energy used at your place. We take a Google Earth pin drop of your address, so we actually have the actual address, and from those numbers we see what the pitch of the roof is, we see where the roof line is, we see where there are trees or tall buildings or anything that interferes with the sun. We're trying to marry two things together. We're trying to marry how much electricity can be generated from your roof, and then generation with new air conditioners, which are 15 years old, and you have the old-fashioned light bulbs everywhere. You don't even have fluorescent light bulbs. You might have a $500 a month electric bill, and you might have big, wonderful trees in your yard, which you love, which shade your roof.
Right.
That happens. You don't have the capacity to generate much electricity, but you have big electric bills. So that's the reason for the analysis. And the analysis.
I got it. That definitely makes sense. So normally you all wouldn't even if you did an analysis and it doesn't look like they're gonna save money, you wouldn't even allow them to be a client.
Well, I wouldn't do that. What I do is I let them. What I do is I have a conversation, just like I'm having with you right now. I say, let me gather the facts and figures. Give me a couple of weeks. I'll put together a complete, detailed analysis. We'll all be talking off the same sheet of paper. You'll have solid facts and figures, and you can make up your mind what you wish to do. It's okay. So if they, now there's another thing that I haven't quite thrown into this equation, which is when you invest in solar panels, that increases the value of your property. So you have a more valuable property, and people look at that favorably from another point of view. And the property, if you're going to sell it, it just plain sells faster. So,
Okay, but now does if the solar panel costs, let's just say, just speaking hypothetically, 25,000, when you go to sell it, do you think that your property would increase by 25,000? And if it will increase, does it decrease as time goes on and the equipment becomes older?
That's a tough question. No, I can explain it very simply. The stuff that I sell normally has a 25 to a 30-year life expectancy. And that's just what the rated life expectancy is. Actually, in reality, it has a much longer life expectancy than that. But what happens is the performance slowly decays over time. So it has a guaranteed performance out to 20 or 25 years. So what happens is you've got two things working at odds with each other. The amount of electricity keeps decreasing very slightly year after year, usually 1/4% to 1/2% decrease. So it's very minute, but you can detect it after 5 years or 10 years. And the second thing, which is not minute, and which is very easy to detect, is the cost of electricity goes up. So while you're getting slightly less electricity every year from the panels, you are avoiding a constantly increasing electric bill. So you've added a fair amount of financial stability to your life. Does that, I'm throwing kind of multiple things at you at once, but does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, especially if you're saying that it can be paid off in 8 years. I want to get that. It will pay for itself in roughly 8 years.
Well, let me rephrase that because I need to make this crystal clear. You're taking out a loan. It's usually 8 years, sometimes 12 years. And it's just like a car loan or any other loan. At the end of that loan period, you own your car or you own your airplane or you own your solar panels. So once you own them, you have no more payments.